Hi guys, welcome back to Kalikoos Diaries. It's been a few months. Dit is nie my skuld nie. Julle weet ek kom altyd hier op en dan plek ek
Ai,
bewusteloos. For what
Lord have
you
mercy.
know is never me.
Sy is altyd onskuldig. Sy is altyd onskuldig.
Is altyd niggie. But
Oh,
yeah, it's been a minute. So baie dinge het gebeur, maar ek dink ons is vandag hier om oor tyd te praat. Ons sal weer op 'n ander dag catch up with
yes,
Mens en Shanti doen. Vandag wil ons 'n bietjie touch on the
yeah, well,
subject of gender-based violence. Today is November the 21st, and we were all participating in a silent protest
yes,
so that
yeah,
our president could finally, or not just our president, our government could finally recognize that gender-based violence is a crisis in South Africa. And
absolutely.
although I know many of you have watched the news en hy het weer baie te sê gehad en hy het dit nou gesê dit is 'n krisis in Suid-Afrika. For me, I think that action speaks louder than words. So we want to see what our government is going to do for
To
our
protect,
and our children.
absolutely,
And yeah.
absolutely. And we, it shouldn't have to come to the point where women are protesting, where women are standing up. It shouldn't have to come to that. They should have done something about that. Our government they failed us, right? Um, and we need the world to hear our plight. We need the world to see the suffering of our women in South Africa. I am in Scotland, and I was the other day, it was pitch black. It was so dark outside. I was walking down the road and I got so emotional because I'm like, yeah, I am going for a walk in the dark. And I didn't look over my shoulder. I didn't feel unsafe. And that's what I want for women of South Africa. That if you want to go for a walk or run after work at night, you should be able to do so without fear. And our governments, seriously, I feel have failed us. I'm sorry, I get very emotional about this.
Nee, ek weet nie van julle wat gesien het Meryl se video. Ek was self surprised. Ek het nou net toe ek nou opkom toe sê ek Meryl, jy het vir my gesê jy gaan dit doen nie. Just like it. Meryl het alleen daar gaan staan en beskoot gaan watch 'n video met haar sign. But you know what? Sometimes we don't realize or we don't recognize how much of an impact just one of us can. Your voice matters. Your
Matters.
voice can make a difference. Your voice can make a change. Meryl was daar, soul alone with nobody else. Net sy en haar pamfletjie en nou kameramandjie, né? Jy tel nie.
My tripod.
Your
So here's the
tripod.
thing.
But I'm
While
just
I was
saying,
while I was standing there, this obviously the cars were driving past and they were slowing down. You know, a lot of them were slowing down to see because that is actually a 60-mile-an-hour road. And so they were slowing down to see, and it was so significant to me because a lot of the cars slowing down were actually female drivers.
oh wow.
And then, oh, this guy on a bicycle came past me, and I stopped my recording because I didn't want to record the guy, but he came past me and he read it, and he was like, I'm so sorry that this is happening in your country. And I couldn't speak. All I could do was literally, I stood there crying. And we had this moment, and you could see like he just reached out to touch my arm. It's like he felt it. He felt it, and I know it's one person, but I'm sure that man is going to go home and he's going to tell his wife and he's going to tell other women about this. And in that, by just that one interaction, I feel like someone has heard, and maybe, yeah, it might not seem like a lot, but to me it is because I feel it's so important that no matter where you are in the world, as a woman, this is stuff that affects not just us in South Africa. It is a crisis in our country, but it's also affecting women across the world. And I feel like it's so important that we all stand up and we all stand in solidarity because, especially us in South Africa, we may not have been, some may not have been, may not be survivors. Some may be people who have witnessed these kind of things. I remember when I was in school. I think I just started high school, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard the most gut-wrenching screams. And I was so scared. I was so scared. I couldn't fall back asleep. And then the next morning, when my parents woke up, 50 meters away from my bedroom window, a woman was raped and killed. And it was someone that I grew up with. It was someone that I considered a friend. We went to Sunday school together. We were at school together. And those screams I heard, those are screams that I will never, ever be able to forget, because it's engraved in my mind that that is what happened to someone that I knew, someone that I called a friend, somebody that I grew up with. And it's sad that so many South African women and young girls are losing their lives to these horrific crimes.
Yeah.
Um, and you know what? It wasn't even planned. I just felt like I've made my poster and I'm not going to just keep it at home. I have to do
Remember
something with
yesterday you said you had it in your car, so I just assumed you had it like stuck against the window and when you were driving.
it. At the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, at the back. But I was like, I need it. It just can't be, because I made a video of it. And
Mm.
I'm like, it cannot be just this. It can't be just this one thing. I need to do more.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I'm going to walk down the road in the cold, and I'm going to go stand on that street because it's a busy road. And
Mm.
I'm going to show people, and I'm going to do my bit to show women of my country that I do care, even though I'm not there, and that I do stand behind them. En soos ek daar gestaan het, het ek heeltyd gestaan en huil.
Ja, nou
Ek wou
Merel,
nie
weet jy,
lag nie,
né?
want dit tears.
Nou, ek het vandag so baie nou die hele week ek al nou jy weet is all over social media. And it's just so heartwarming to see our country come together, man. Net so mooi and I keep on telling myself we can, man. We can do
Yeah.
it if we do it together. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we do, our bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we just did our bit at home, and then after that, we had a little bit of a discussion, a conversation just between us, myself and my boys, and ja, en ek het net vir hulle gevra, as jy iemand ken, soos Enzo ken nie my storie eintlik nie, maar Rafa weet mos nou. So vir
Mm-hmm.
hom het ek net so gevra, as jy iemand ken, iemand kom na jou toe, 'n jong dame of 'n niggie of vir iemand en hulle sê of hulle iets met hulle gebeur, wat sal jy vir hulle sê? En eerstens was hy 'n bietjie confused, is like ek weet nie wat ek gaan sê nie, because dit is nie supposed om te
Mm-hmm.
gebeur nie. Hoekom kom iemand na my toe en vir my so iets sê? And then
Yeah.
after that, then he started. I think I'm gonna share that clip at the end of our
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then after we did our 15 minutes lying down, we had this conversation and a little bit more, and then he also asked me a question that I shared with you earlier. En is dit
Mm-hmm.
vir my baie teruggevat, because hy het vir my gevra, and what were you thinking when you were lying down during that 15 minutes? And yeah, you guys, it's easy to say, or it's not easy to say, but it's nice to say the words I survived. But yes, sis, there are a lot of days when you feel like you still het hy punt gekom wat jy completely healed is nie. Because kyk, die
Mm-hmm.
gender-based violence is nie net grape en ons kan mos nou nie baie woorde sê nie.
Mm-hmm.
Dit baie forms.
Mm-hmm.
En ek ken baie mense in my familie en vriendinne en whatever that has gone through this, that is still going through this, most suffering in silence. Others didn't have a chance to tell their
Mm-hmm.
story. And so you
Because
are,
that's how they manipulate you
yes,
into believing that you are not worthy, that you are not deserving of good things, and they manipulate you, and that fear, right? And you that's how you become stuck in the grip, basically,
yeah.
and it's so difficult to break free. And like you, I have also seen things in and know of people who's gone through these kind of things. Um, and it's not just like you say the grape and the essay and all of that. It's the financial abuse, holding that over your head. Well, I'm the breadwinner, so you are gonna get nothing. It's the verbal abuse, all the insults and the name calling, all of those things, and it slowly but surely chips away at your character, your self esteem, your sense of self and who you are. And when you lose that person, when you lose your confidence, your self belief, you lose yourself, and it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult to try and find your way back,
Yeah.
to the person that you were, and coming back stronger. And the perpetrators know these things.
Yeah.
They are masters at breaking you down, manipulating you, and getting you to where they need you to be because they
Especially
need to
when they
push you
start
down.
with isolating you from your friendships and your families. Dan
Hmm.
moet jy elke keer die red flag.